What's up? It's day one, Overland Expo West. We are just gonna do some walking around, check out some of the different trailer manufacturers and designers and try to find out what separates them from other trailer manufacturer designers. And welcome to trailspinTV. We're at Moab Trailers or Off-Road Trailers or BCT Trailers. We don't really know. I think it's a combination of the trailer, the cabinet builds, and not really sure. Let's check it out. It's like a queen size bed. Can't figure out how to open a cabinet. I think you would just... Oh.
Is it pushing?
Yep, so it locks and then pushes in. Get the knob out of the way.
And they have these 12-volt ports. Looks like these are speakers. No, these are lights. Up here. Are you one of the reps?
This is my personal trailer.
Oh, it's your personal trailer. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is there anything like unique about this trailer? That's
everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this.
Heat and AC.
Okay.
If you're not using that, you can just open up one of the ports and turn on the fan and it'll pull air
pull it through. Yeah.
Shower heat, tankless water heater for the shower. All the custom woodwork.
Okay, that's cool. That's about it. Looks nice. Yeah, he was saying this is all custom woodwork. This is pretty fancy. This is kind of like, if you want some like real nice stuff, it's like pretty nice. This is their stuff. So focus. Aero teardrop. It's kind of similar to the other one. Teardrops are all going to be fairly similar, where on the inside you're going to have your sleeping quarters, and then on the back it's going to be cabinets and all that kind of stuff. And then I've seen this on some of them where they have a TV right here, cabinets, nice area, queen size bed, sleep in. Here's a Summit camper. One of my questions is though, I like the solar panel. I don't understand why the solar panel is so low, because you can see here's where it like kind of cuts off on sun. You want it higher. There could be a reason, but I would want my solar panel higher so that I can get more sun on my solar panel, because I also know that some solar panels don't work if all of it is not hitting the sun. That's probably not the case with this one, but the sun is not going in sideways, so you would not want your solar panel to be sideways like that.
Yeah, you can put it on the roof so you can at least control the angle of what's hitting the sun and what's not. I mean, right now that thing is getting blasted by sun and only half of the solar panel is getting hit, so interesting placement.
Would not recommend.
So we're Free Spirit Recreation, unibody frame.
Okay.
So it's unibody construction, so there's no frame underneath. All hand bolted together, which means it's exceptionally light and strong. 14 gauge steel, whole thing weighs in, empty, it's 650 pounds. We've got it set up to where you can throw the tent right on the crossbars, all your toys. We've got a custom-made mounts that mount directly to some of our tent models. So that allows you to not have to do an upper platform by bolting it directly to the tent, which keeps the weight down. So,
how much weight does the actual top of the trailer support?
We'll use the 2,000-pound timber and suspension system. So, if we're at 650, 750, 850 with the tent, you still have 1,200 pounds of stuff you can put on it. So 45 cubic feet of storage inside. Got 3 lockable doors, 1 from the back, 2 from the sides. We also have a removable tongue, which allows us to ship this through just standard freight.
Oh, okay.
Pull the tongue off, nice and light, so it's really affordable for us to be able to get these all around the country. It's a nice safety feature. If you're camping, you're going to leave your trailer for a while, you can take the tongue with you. And then if you're storing it in your garage, you don't have a lot of space, you take the tongue off, that saves all this space, you're not kicking it during the winter.
You just put jacks underneath it to keep it up when you remove the...
Yeah, so we've got the telescoping, the scissor jacks in the front and the back.
That's really cool.
Lightweight, $69.95 on our Overlander model. Then you can add a tent, you can add accessories.
So light even a Wrangler can pull it.
Exactly. We've got the Overlander model, we've got a Highway Sport, which is basically it's the same body. We use the rounded fenders, some really cool low profile highway tires, wheels. Looks great behind the Subarus. And we've got a new hybrid model that's a trail sport version that basically takes the highway model, a little bit beefier tires, so if you want to get a little bit more aggressive with the Subaru, then you can do that.
Cool.
But, you know, 64 to 7,000 bucks base price is pretty good.
That's nice. I appreciate it, man. It's nice meeting
Yeah,
you.
sorry it took me a while to get warmed up.
No, it's all good. We're working on the same problem.
So, with that trailer was 7,000, and Brandon said trailers are fairly expensive. And I didn't realize how expensive trailers are, because I've been looking at trying to find like a 4Runner or a Cherokee for $4,000. That's a car for $4,000, and I can get a trailer for $7,000. A trailer. A thing that just holds stuff and you drag behind your car for $7,000. A trailer.
It's an empty shell too. That one is doesn't have any electronics involved, no solar power, no charging capability that I saw. It just has storage and then a way to mount a rooftop tent to the top, and it's got 2 wheels and 3 locking doors. Pretty crazy. It's a little overpriced. You can buy a box trailer 3 times the size of that for like $3,000. So
Yeah, we're not trying to bash anybody. It's just in the sense of affordability and just what makes sense. Because like I'm not like, it's a cool thing. I'm not gonna buy it. I would never buy it.
yeah, I think when companies first start out and they're just kind of hand building every single one of them, the price is going to need to be a little bit higher. But at the same time, in order to compete with other companies, you have to find a way to get the cost down. I mean, I haven't even bought a cargo trailer because I can't afford the $3,000 to buy a cargo trailer. I would like one, but I haven't bought one yet, and I certainly can't afford an overlanding trailer. But we're just trying to figure out what the difference is and what the difference in prices is and what justifies like a $7,000 shell camping trailer with nothing on it. I guess we'll keep on cruising and figure out if we can get answers to those questions.
Red hiker trailer. It looks like every other trailer that I've seen, but let's see.
Fridge freezer.
Fridge freezer.
A little bit less cabinetry inside, but I guess it's some more space. And
Yeah.
got some stuff.
Minimal water problems.
Storage bins overhead.
So
All about the same size beds, right?
Queen.
this one is an 80-inch bed,
Okay.
and then that one is a little bit shorter.
Okay.
So this one's side to side, or is it? Or
No,
is
it's
it
still
section
it's the
removable?
width. The width is length. It's just set up like a couch right now.
That's cool though.
But we built a lot of trailers. So
Is there like kind of like a signature thing you guys do to your trailers that's kind of unique?
great trailer at a great price. We're $4,000 to $10,000 under everyone else.
Oh, okay.
But we build anywhere from 12 to 20 trailers a month out of Denver, and we have another location in Indianapolis.
How much would this smaller one?
$6,200.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, I have trailers that start at $3,000.
And
Yeah.
That's not including the tent. That's just the actual
Correct.
trailer.
Yeah, this trailer with tent and everything, you know, hogged out. High end would be 12. Normal trailer leaves about 8.
Okay.
You know.
Electronics and stuff inside. Like
It
charging
can.
and
This
all that?
one has minimal. It has a small battery pack in the back. You can charge your phone, run the fan, run the lights, do anything you need to do, and then you can start upgrading and putting more components in if you want.
Right. Do you guys work with somebody like soup to nuts, like from beginning to end, to build the trailer that they want?
We're semi-custom. We don't, you know, I build a lot of trailers and I'm under everyone else in price. And so we try to keep you streamlined and funneled into what we offer. Anything that strays can drive the price high because anything when you're doing custom editions can just drive hours and just add a ton of time to the trailer cost. You know, the average teardrop takes, like the average road teardrop can take 250 to 300 man hours. I build my road trailer in 32 man hours.
Wow.
So you have it down, and that's the reason why you don't want to stray away from.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Anyone that wants to do custom, I don't. I go the other direction.
Yeah. So you have an overlanding, like a trailer that has like a different kind of suspension on it than the road trailers?
This one.
What do you use? Is it like independent?
This is custom. It's ours. It's airbags with trailing arms, about 8 inches of articulation in this suspension, and airbags adjustable.
That's
You know, my garage is 82 inches tall. My trailer's 82 with the top of the roof rack,
so you can drop it down.
I can lower it 4 inches and put it in the garage. And
That's cool.
put
My
it
Jeep
down.
doesn't fit my garage anymore, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you're going to do a water crossing, jack it up for cross, put it back at ride height. You know, you can go slow. You're going to be stiff because you're going to have all the air in it. But
How much is this? How much does the overlanding one actually come in at weight? Like empty?
So the 5x8 starts at about 1,440 pounds, 1,450. And then this one right here sits at 18 with his gear in it. So
nice.
about 1,800. He's pulling with a JK all day long. So he'll run the Mojave Trail in this one with air suspension at 45 miles an hour, and it just purrs.
Yeah.
You can buy one of these.
So, I mean, you've got great movement, great articulation.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of, is there a lot of weight on this right now? Like,
No, this is,
what I would do, right?
you're about 1,800 pounds here. So that's it.
You can actually
So
stand up inside your own
it's cool. I was driving here and we were going Moab a little bit and watching, just being geeky stuff, watching the mirrors. I'm like, oh my gosh, that thing rides so great. You know? Toot my own horn a little bit.
that's cool, man. You've been doing this like your whole life, like fabrication.
So
stuff,
my
or-
degree's in architecture, and I've been building Teardrop since '06, and then I got out of it, and because I was building traditionals, it's hard to keep water out of traditionals, the whole rounded Teardrop, and jumped into this trailer, built a prototype. Wasn't going to build trailers, and the prototype sat in my shop in Iowa in a corner. And one of my buddies was on his way to California from Iowa, and he was coming. I moved to Denver, and he's like, "Hey, I know you want me to grab that trailer for you. It's in the shop." I'm like, "Sure, stop by and grab it." And he brought it in, and I put it on Craigslist, and the trailer is sold in 10 minutes.
Wow.
And
How long ago was that?
4 years ago,
Yeah.
4.5 years ago. So I called my partner Wes, that is my sister company in Indianapolis, and I said, "Hey, I think I have something. Let's put this trailer back on Craigslist and see what happens." So the guy came to pick it up, and I said, "I'll give you a discount if you pick it up next Saturday." He said, "Sure." So I just put the same ad out, and I sold 10 more trailers in 5 days. And we came up with a business plan 5 days later and kept listing it, and that was 600 rigs ago.
Wow.
So
Wow, congrats, man.
did the first, my son quit his post office job and sold his car, and we used the money to buy materials and just kept buying and buying. And we're a completely debt-free company in 2 locations. So we own everything that we have.
Yeah.
We don't owe anyone any money, and
That's
you
great.
know, have $500,000 in inventory that's sitting on the shelves to use, and it's all paid for. So just trying to keep simple and straight.
You feel like the industry's on like a big upswing? I mean, did you even know?
It
Did you
is.
even know that like overlanding was becoming like more
Well,
commercialized?
that's not our real bread and butter. I mean, we do this because this is fun, but it's the road trailers
Okay.
that sell. You know, we build at least 60% of our trailers, 70% of our trailers are going to couples pulling just road trailers, and out of those, 40% are single women. So we sell to a ton of single. My first year, almost every trailer went out the door went to a single Colorado woman. She wanted independence, didn't want to have to depend on anyone to go camping, wanted to pull a trailer, wanted it lightweight, pull behind her Subaru, wanted to lock herself in with deadbolts, and just have a great time camping and not have to depend on someone.
That's really cool.
So, yeah, so that's where we started, and that's still our big customer base. So
Wow.
we get customers flying in all the time that are just flying in to look at a trailer, fly back out, and order one over the phone.
That's really cool, man. Wow.
And then you just hook it up to the propane tank and the water, and just use shower.
That's really cool.
104 degrees, just like that. You got to test it first before you shoot it.
Yeah.
But
Cool,
they're,
man.
they're easy to put together and make. They're not difficult at all. And,
Yeah.
you know, there's a ton of YouTube videos on how to put it together.
Well, you got nice stuff, man. I appreciate you talking to me. This is
Yeah,
Brandon,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Brandon.
Hiker Trailers, check them out.
So I actually like those trailers, and he said what they were like. I mean, $6,000,
Anywhere
$7,000.
from $6,000 to $12,000 empty. So
But he also has some down to 3,000. But I would rather buy one of those trailers than the previous trailer that we saw that was just a box for $6,000. You can actually sleep in these. You can do a lot more stuff with this kind of stuff.
yeah.
This is not House Industries. Looks like another trailer with, you know, the rooftop tent stuff. Space, tent, standard, tire. Water storage is right here. It was all electrical work. We pull out cooler. Pull out cooler for the fridge. With solar?
Solar, yeah. 2001 inverter.
He has it, so when we get there, we're
Elko Genius. This is becoming pretty standard. Turtleback Trailers uses the same kind of like solar inverter, pure sine wave, so you don't get noise in your electronics and blow things up. Now this is literally just an empty storage trailer. It's for sale. I wonder for how much this trailer is selling for. It's powder coated. Yeah, it looks like it's got like independent suspension on the wheels, so there's no axle to get caught up on stuff while you're dragging your trailer around. I don't really know. I'm looking to see what it has. We actually saw one of these at camp, and we were talking about it. It's a little like table system that attaches to the tire, so you can put a table and the tire just kind of supports the weight of it. Let's go find out how much the trailer costs. How much is the actual trailer?
Since this is a demo model, we're looking at 4,500. We're willing to negotiate.
If you were to like custom build one from
Custom built.
well, just like this, if you were just to build another one, would it still be 45?
No, it would be around 6.
Yeah. And there's no axle each wheel. There's no like axle across the bottom, or is it independent suspension to?
I'm not sure. The company that makes some vintage trailer works. They have, you can get a trailer custom made.
Okay, cool.
Whatever you need.
Thank you.
The one thing that I've noticed at a bunch of booths is that I have no idea of what they're selling and their brand. I don't know what the brand is. They have like all these different names and stuff like that. I have no clue on what they are. Like back there, we thought that they were trying to
like 6 different companies sharing a booth. I guess that's what was going on. I'm not really sure what was going on.
I don't think that's very good because people get confused. I'm looking at this and I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, what are you trying to sell here? So, but I understand if you're a very small company and you're trying to sell stuff, you are cooperating or like all sharing one booth, but there needs to be a way to like kind of separate everything so that people understand what is going on and what things are without asking a question. Because sometimes there's like one rep and they're talking to somebody and somebody just doesn't want to sit there and wait for the rep to be available. Off-grid trailers. This is another teardrop style. We're gonna see what makes this one so fancy. I like the paint job. This is a nice sink.
I actually like how this like folds up and in instead of sliding out.
They want to move it to where it's like this.
Okay.
You know, and then this will pop up this way, and then it'll come down that way. You know, people want, they can park it in their garage, how they want to say. And then the owner was asked us, he wanted to build the trailer up. And that's what the guys were saying. No, don't go up, because people don't have storage to put these things, so they want to keep the same height, so you can just push it in your garage or whatever. Everybody has their own different versions. This one's taller. And they also got a version coming out. I don't know which one is based off of, whether it's this one or that one. It's going to have a pop on it, so it'll come way up.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You know,
I've seen a lot more of that.
that's where it's going. You know, just like those guys that put that stuff in the back of their trucks and stuff like that. You know, and that's what these guys are going to go to. You know, this market is just busting wide open. Everybody's ideas are all coming out.
Yep. So this one's 27,000.
And then
This one's 26,000. So $25,000 for that trailer to start. For those trailers that we already saw. Like the other dude, they're similar to the other dude.
Yeah, twice the price. Oh, more than twice the price.
They're very colorful and like look. I don't want to even say fancy. They just have like different color.
Yeah, see, I think it just comes down again to volume, the amount of volume that Hiker Trailers is doing compared to the amount of volume that a new company is doing makes the price way different. I mean, that guy can't afford to put out like a bunch of, maybe he can, maybe he can't, I don't know him personally. But to put $25,000 for a trailer that I don't know, I didn't see the value, but the guy didn't really explain the value either. So this guy explained the value and it's half the price. It's a no-brainer to me. If I was gonna buy a trailer, I'm already leaning towards this guy.
Vanguard Trailers, or a trailer by Vanguard. Is there anything like unique about this trailer?
I built it for rockier trails.
Yeah.
So I have a watertight enclosed nose box.
Okay.
But these rock rails, I mean, everything's angled and low profile. So this corner is designed to shed a rock. These are 120 wall 2-inch tube fenders. Okay. So the way they're tapered up, front and rear, and I don't have a lot of big overhang or a low hanging fender.
Yeah.
If your Jeep will go through it, you just drag it through. It'll go. Other than that, I mean, it's just an optimized. Our price point is really good. Made in Eastern Oregon.
It's like 12.5. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's 12.9, but
12.9,
like with the tent
okay.
and everything, it's
Oh, yeah.
16 something.
Okay.
It's 16.7 with all the equipment on it right now,
Okay.
just ready to go. The I don't know I didn't weigh it with the tent and all that. They come in at 1,800 pounds with kind of the standard build on it, and that's without water. So if you add water, you got like 25 gallons of water, but you're just under 2,000 pounds. So
Where's your water?
there's a tank back there. It's just under the floor.
Oh, okay.
So, and I did more of a galley that I do everything in totes. So I mean, someone can build out cabinets if they want, but it's too hard for us to figure out what size your dishes are and what's kind of,
Yeah, and it's easier so you can get your own custom totes.
Yeah, and I just do a simple table that you can pull out, and I use a bigger like Camp Chef type cook stove.
Okay.
That goes behind the fridge. So more than anything, I've got more cubic foot than most other people in the same package. I mean, I don't think there's anything totally revolutionary other than we've optimized the package.
Right.
And it doesn't cost $30-something.
Exactly.
I got AC throughout. It comes with a little generator. I do just like a little ceramic heater in there. We have nicer Euro windows. I mean, it's just well equipped.
Right.
It's well built, Eastern Oregon, and I just built it for what I want.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
I mean,
what
not
you're
everyone's
supposed to
going to
do.
want what I want, but
that is exactly how you
like
should
that
be doing
it
your
has a
products.
trailer hitch on the back.
yeah, and I didn't put a tire, and I didn't want anything on the sides because in my Jeep or that Toyota, my sight line is perfect right now, and I have no blind spots behind me. You start putting tires and all this other shit on the side, and I kept my track width as narrow as possible. So I do another one like this. I should have brought. I do have one that's very unique. There's a lot of stuff out there, but as far as in the Northwest, it's the smallest self-contained trailer. It's the exact track width of my Jeep, but it's a stand-up. But you just have to hunch a little bit. But I got a full shower, a real toilet, a real furnace, TV, microwave.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got a dinette that folds into either a full or a queen. A lot of cabinetry. It's all fiberglass, but all my tanks are heated and shielded. It's more of like an Alaska trailer.
Yeah.
Same height as the Jeep, or
it depends on your Jeep. So it's the same height as my Jeep with a rack and everything, but it's 7 foot tall to the top of it. But this just gives people some nice space. You can build it out however you want. You can, and if people want a hot water heater, they can throw it on there, or filters, or I mean, what I'm trying to do, what's different is I'm spec building these, meaning I build them where they're ready to go in stock, and then you can modify it. Where I'm not getting in, we will do custom stuff, but I'm not soliciting that because it just balls you up in the shop. So I can keep the price down if I just do the same thing over and over.
Right.
If you like it, great. If you don't, sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get like where this is 90% of what everyone would want, and then the 10% you can tweak.
Yeah.
For your own, you just personalize it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do. I mean, I got some pretty cool billet clamps and stuff for my awning.
This is cool. This lets you lock the door out. So
you can lock that.
Windshield.
Yeah, it all has those. I can put awnings on the back, but I got a lot of windows. I mean, it comes with 2 doors, with windows, and with full screens. These Euro windows are nice. They just look a little sleeker. They crank out from the inside. But I mean, it's got nice cabinetry. I mean, I got a little RV style entertainment center. Most people, we just use tablets anymore, and then this is Bluetooth, so we'll just Bluetooth the movie through the sound system. I mean, on some of them we'll put a regular TV in there, but it's kind of, it doesn't seem like that many people want an LCD in there anymore.
Yeah.
Because
you go camping and watch TV, like lay in your camper and watch TV. You know.
My kids do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the kids.
But they all got their tablets, you know, with all the movies on them. So, but it is nice to do through the sound system. All the lighting's LED. I do have a rubber roof, which is a little unique. I don't know. I mean, it comes with 10 gallons of fuel.
Okay.
I like having the spare up here myself.
Yeah.
Up out of the way. You do have room here for another nose box. No, I'm just trying to stay simple but well thought out. I call it, well, you can see what I call it. I mean, what do I say? It's just, it's the ultra utilitarian evolution of the teardrop trailer. So,
Right. Okay.
so it's all go, no show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, the swoopy stuff's nice and everything, but I want to maximize this footprint and this length. And I didn't bring my hitch. I built a really nice rock crawling 3-axis hitch. It's not like these little wimpy things. And with my Jeep, I can take this trailer in my Jeep and I can fit into 2 parking stalls side by side.
Okay.
Just jackknife it right in there, which is nice because some places you can't find parking. And it's nice having the jacks up out of the way. I do just YJ, leaf springs. I do everything can be bought at Napa. So all your bearings, I don't want anything exotic. I use the Monroe Max Air shocks on it, which give you an extra, for load leveling, an extra 1,000-pound capacity. But you wouldn't believe it, but it's people like all the Gucci A-arms and trailing arms and coilovers, and I don't want that. This thing does not bounce and will not slow down a Wrangler or a Toyota on the trail as fast as you want to go. And just stay out of the whoops. I mean, it's not for whoops, but I'm just saying for trashy roads and washboard, it's just like it's running on air. But to me, simple is better than exotic.
Oh, that's cool, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, well, thanks for stopping by.
News built. So what's fancy about this one? See anything fancy yet?
It's got an air compressor.
Air compressor?
Pretty standard. It's got a battery.
Let's go over here.
Kind of cool. It's different.
You've seen this. Storage. Hats.
I actually do like the style of this trailer. Like, if I was gonna spend extra money on a trailer, this is actually pretty cool. I don't know how much it costs now, but I like the look of it, like the feel.
Yeah, it's rugged. Rugged AF.
I don't know about all this. I don't like having exposed. Like, I like stuff hidden. I don't like that.
Those might be inputs for solar.
Yeah, but you can do a much better job than that. You can do it so the input's just right there, you can figure something out so it's not that ugly. But, you know.
Same setup, battery, air compressor, heater for shower.
LED bar on the outside, so it lights the table down below. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I'm asking everybody if there's anything like kind of unique compared to like other trailers.
Well, first of all, it's all aluminum, which most of them aren't. The frame, everything is all aluminum, so it only weighs like 2,400 pounds, fully loaded with all of this on it. Yeah. So it's really light. Yeah. It tracks that Jeep. Like I forget it's back there sometimes. Yeah. And I thank God it tracks the Jeep so well, because when I do forget it's back there, I've not hit anything with it. I've tried to hit things with it on purpose while we were doing R&D, and I can't. So I just like the Kevlar coating. I like using it on my Jeeps because I live on a ranch, and it's real light. It only added 15 pounds to my Jeep versus the the Line-X and stuff, which is way heavier. And I don't get the scratches, and I'm lazy, man. I don't like washing my Jeep after I've been out in the mud, so I can just hit it with the pressure washer. I'm like, it's so pretty now,
I saw you pull in yesterday. I was like, that's a really cool. I have a JK too. So
how much would like this trailer cost?
This one fully loaded with everything on it. We have this one's like 61, but you've got to remember the paint job on this one was like the topo map is added a little. But I wanted that because it's special to me. Not everybody's going to do that, obviously, but that one, we're doing a show special for $32,500. Normally $37,500.
Okay.
we're not easy on our stuff. We're not gentle. We're about like we're gonna do everything we can to break it, just to see where that breaking point is. And you know,
I've had a couple
I
people.
do that with people and my Jeeps.
With Turtleback for several years.
Yeah, we love it. It's got independent suspension, and we're running the timber and independent suspension on it too. So
What? $60,000. Or what was the other one? 30?
The big one was 61. This one was 36.
Yeah, and you can see it compared to everybody else. This is like this. These just look super high quality. So
Yeah, and aluminum, which is different. It's different to have aluminum. Most people use steel. They're a lot lighter. The Kevlar coating is pretty cool. I'm gonna look into that. I'm really digging that.
I can't afford one. They're cool. That would be like my dream trailer in a sense if I could afford one. But let's move on.
The brand is Expedition Supply.
Expedition. Oh, I see.
Expedition
Okay.
Supply Trailers.
Yeah.
And so it's a military Humvee M1101 base.
Okay, I was gonna say
that
it's
they
like
buy
Lux.
them, you know, because the military oversupplied them for a long time. So they basically buying brand new trailers, never been used before. And then they're just, you know, you can keep them camo if you want. You can whatever change the colors, and they're just going through and refurbing, making sure everything's all dialed in, brakes and all the mechanical stuff. And then everything from the bed rail up is all totally custom, whatever you want to do.
That's cool. The bike storage inside.
Yeah, I'm a mountain biker, so I have two kids.
So this is your trailer?
Yeah, this is my personal trailer. So it's cool as we go on, you know, big mountain bike trips. And we off-roading with your bikes in the back, you know, all that dust and dirt when you get there, and you gotta spend 30 minutes getting your bike right. And it's not as secure. So with this, you know, we show up at a hotel or whatever in between our trips and stays in a trailer, locked up, nice and secure.
All your other gear too.
Yeah, all the other gear. So it's you don't have any of that gear transfer, all that kind of stuff. You guys, so it's cool.
Have you taken it on pretty like rough roads or? Yeah.
It's funny, we actually had to do some overlanding to get here. So I live in Palm Desert, California.
Okay.
So we're taking the I-10 over and looked down at my Google Maps, and there was a big old tractor trailer fire. It says hour and a half delay. I was like, that ain't gonna happen. So we detoured, took them overland, off-road through a desert track, like 17 miles of it. Saved us an hour.
Yeah.
Is it heavy?
No, it's because it's all aluminum. The whole thing is aluminum. So loaded down like I have it, it's under 2,000 pounds. The base trailer itself, without the top or anything, is like 1,400. Actually, a little less. It's 1,400. Those big military. So these are about 100 pounds each lighter. Yeah. So this trailer, bare bones with these wheels, is probably 1,200 pounds. So everything loaded down is like 1,750, 1,800.
Okay. So no matter what, they always just start from scratch and then you just custom build it for every order.
However you want it. I mean, they've got some models you can choose from, but like for this one, you know, I know two things you lack in camping is light and horizontal surfaces. Yeah. So I wanted to expand light and horizontal surfaces. So I got the battery system, I can connect to the solar charger. I got Baja lights, scene lighting on the outside of it, so you got plenty of lights to, you know, if you're working on bikes or getting in late to camp after a mountain biking trip or whatever, you got plenty of light to cook from. That's pretty cool. This works really well for us because we're not doing any transcontinental travel necessarily. While the weight of this is fine, sometimes the volume, you know, might be a little bit more than you would want, especially if you're really getting down into, you know, really down to the quarter gallon of fuel consumption, that sort of thing. Obviously, the higher you go, the more windrow you have. But for us, we're sort of base camp overland stuff.
Yeah. So that it's Tacoma?
No, that's one of the people that works for Spencer. I pull this with my 200 series Land Cruiser.
Oh, nice.
So,
how much would one of these cost?
You know, you can get the base model with shell without really anything much, and the trailer itself for, you know, like $6,500.
Okay, yeah.
Or you can go nuts, and I mean, you know what rooftop tents cost? That's $2,400. But you can do the whole. I mean, like this trailer was like maybe $24.
Okay.
But it's got a lot of customization. You know, the solar panel, electric, lots of different wiring and whatnot. Rooftop too.
Like slate to even like
Customized rack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just put your own stuff in there however you want to lay it out.
So I've done some silly, pretty silly off-roading. You can tell I've already been through the trees, scratched it out. That's what it's meant for. I'm not going to go home.
Jeep looks like.
Yeah, I'm not going to go home and polish the freaking thing. I'm going to wash it off to get the dust out and pack it up, get it ready for the next adventure.
The one thing that I've learned is that if you're going to build a trailer, build it out of aluminum.
Yep, for weight.
For weight. So tip to all the trailer builders, build an aluminum trailer. There's got to be some pros and cons, but a lot of people are building aluminum trailers for the weight, and that's key in this kind of lifestyle. This is Worldwide RV. They're selling cricket trailers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But we do have I think we have number 4 or 5.
Oh, this one's set up for like. This one's like. This reminds me of like medical. This one actually has an interesting design. Oh, it's like
There's a cot up here. You want like a trailer, if you're going to take it off-road, to kind of be angled so where if you're hitting stuff, it just kind of slides along it, not messing too many things up. But like this, looks like that would be the first thing you would hit. You would think you would want some kind of metal or steel or something on the outside, like a rock slider on a Jeep or any other vehicle. It looks like if I was to hit something, it would just dig this up. I don't know what this is. It's like composite or something like an RV made out of.
little shower right here. And it pops up.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the picture.
that one's pretty open. It's cool how it has a pop-up. It's an interesting design. It's just, I mean, if you want something different, that looks pretty cool. It's a little bit more of an RV kind of feel. Here's an extreme trailer. So this trailer is going to be similar to like the Sprinter builds and all of that. You're going to have a lot more room. There's a kitchen, there's going to be a bed, everything's going to be self-contained. So pretty much like those Sprinter builds that you usually see, this is what it's going to be, except you're going to be able to, it's going to be in a trailer.
I think my wife would love something like this. So the sink had a extendable thing, and the whole floor has got a drain in it, so it's a bathroom with a sink / shower stall all in one. Pretty cool.
Opus.
When this is like folded down, how low is it? Is it like right where the edge is?
It's going to be around here.
Okay.
So you've got clicks down there. You've got about that much to add on the top.
Yeah.
So it just folds over and goes that up there.
Oh, so that folds.
Yeah, they fold in and
Okay.
then form the solid top.
Okay.
Can you keep all your bedding and stuff still in there? You have to take.
Depending on how thick it is, you would move your pillows, but you usually move the like sleeping bags or whatever. But the mattresses stay in place.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're strong enough, you can do it.
Jump down on it. Wow, this is kind of cool.
Yeah. This is actually a pretty cool trailer. There's a lot of room. Kind of reminds me of like a boat, like a pontoon boat.
Yeah, mixed with like a tent, like a big camping tent.
They said it takes about 5 minutes to set this one up.
It inflates, so these inflates these columns, and it just kind of puts itself up. It's pretty neat.
This would actually be nice for a family one, and it folds down pretty small. So I wonder how much it weighs and how much it costs.
I'm gonna guess
find
about 70.
70?
Yeah.
30. I guess 30.
How much does one of these cost?
This one with this setup is going to be around 25,000.
Oh, really?
So it's 24,500 for the standard setup and the air tent. This is all in, did you notice?
Yeah.
It's an inflating tent, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an upgrade. So that's 24,500, and then the cargo rack is, I think it's like 800 edition. This one actually has a furnace built in, which is maybe a couple of thousands. And then there's a hot water shower, which is around 600 or something.
Really?
So they're all options, like add-on kind of thing. So standard, you've got the sofa, table, the slide-out kitchen, the fridge, the hitch, that kind of thing.
How much does it weigh?
2,870 pounds.
You gonna get one?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. My wallet isn't smoky.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest trailers that we've seen. 25,000. So I mean, that's a nice family trailer. You're able to sleep, parents and then the kids. There's 2 beds. You can probably sleep in the middle too. So, and there's a whole bunch of features added to it that are really cool.
Got there.
Smittybilt trailer.
How you guys doing?
No.
Yeah, they came out last year. It was the March 13th was the first one that got sold, basically.
How much does it weigh?
With these tires and wheels, curb weight's 1503.
Okay.
Your GVWR is 3307.
Okay.
So you got just a little bit above 1,700 pound load capacity. Not that you'd put 1,700 pounds worth of stuff in here.
Right.
I mean, that's loading bars of gold in the back, I guess, if you want to hit that.
How much does it cost?
2 ways we offer it, without the tires and wheels, so that way you can match it to your tow vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a 5-on-5.5, 5-on-5 bolt pattern, so it matches the Jeep. That goes for about $5,000.
Okay.
And then with tires and wheels, as you see here, it's like $6,250.
Okay.
The awnings extra.
Awnings extra at the show right now. If you order one through Full Wheel Parts, get a free tent.
Is there any assembly to this?
Yeah, you got to build the whole thing. It comes as a kit.
Oh gosh.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The biggest issue we have with Smittybilt is the instructions. Because the instructions.
Read our instructions on this. If you're, I made my 10-year-old read them.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I will lift the heavy objects for you. You put together one. He had no problems.
That's cool.
Yeah, some of the stuff that I don't write.
Like the Atlas rear bumper tire carrier. That thing was a nightmare. I mean, not even just mechanically to put it together. Like mechanically inclined people, you can figure it out. But like the way the pictures were, like
This is 63 pages. But here's the deal. I have toe tags on every single piece, like hanging here. Torque these bolts to 165.
Okay.
Torque this here. We did an install video.
Okay.
That's out there.
Yeah.
And it's really bolting the tongue on, bolting the brakes onto the trailing arm, putting on the shocks, spring, and you're done. Bolting fenders on. Most people will take a full day, like an 8-hour.
Yeah.
I've gotten it.
that's not bad.
I could get it done in about 4, but I've done so many of them.
Right.
So, minimal tools. I mean, but there are some odd stuff like a 21 millimeter and a 24 millimeter socket. Not many people have in their toolbox. So, and a torque wrench that goes up to 165. Just it's all Deutsch connectors. So clip in. There is wiring that you got to do for the breakaway system. That's not something that we built. We just added it to it. It's hooking up 3 wires on a Deutsch connector, and everything else is plugs in.
Nice.
I kind of like it. It stood out. I mean, I buy a lot of Smittybilt stuff because I have a Jeep. It looks like it gets used.
Yeah. The 10 freeway was shut down coming out here. And we just
California.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody else said that too.
And we're like, well, we're in Jeeps. Let's go. We did 22 miles off road and went around the whole traffic jam. Jumped back on the freeway.
Does it have electronics built in, like charging stuff or a battery? Or,
Nope. I leave that up to you.
Yeah.
Make it. It's basically like I said. It's like Barbie.
Yeah.
Buy the trailer and then just start adding all this stuff to it, and it's going to add up to who knows amount.
Yeah.
You know.
So 5,500.
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Then you got to put it together yourself. He said the instructions are
60-something page instruction manual, and he said his son is 10 years old and guided him as he put it together for the first time. I mean, it's a good story. I guess we'll have to check the instructions out ourselves. But
Does that mean you're getting a Smittybilt trailer?
I don't know if I want a trailer, but if I was gonna get one, it's kind of cool. It's all blacked out. You know my style.
So these are Black Series trailers. We just had random expo goers, they're obsessed with this trailer because it's cheaper. It's 17 grand compared to other things that are smaller and they're more expensive, but the build quality is pretty big. But to me, it's just another box. But what is this? Is this a tent?
Yeah, so this is like one of those, it's a pop-up tent.
Okay, so it is a pop-up tent. It does have, by the looks of it, does have like an actual like legit suspension in it compared to like the other trailers. Still 17 grand for a trailer. Holds up. Okay.
Yeah, basically this is what it is.
Yeah.
So this can also be a bed. So
Also can be a bed, yeah.
you don't have to
how
source.
to convert. You need to.
Cool.
Awesome. And is this the largest one you guys have?
For 10 trailer, we have a larger one that way.
The larger one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is this?
With that one is you have a sliding bed behind.
Oh, okay.
You can put the tires down, flat a bed out.
Okay.
So bigger room.
Is it heavier than this? Which one's heavier?
Oh, that one heavier because it has more feature. Says 200 kilo. Pound.
Oh, you said kilos or
Pound.
pounds?
Pound. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, it is.
So that was Black Series trailers. They're cool. The issue is that they are pretty heavy for what we can tow or what we can pull, because we already have so much stuff on the Jeep as it is. They're cool. It's just,
It's not that the Jeep can't. The Jeep can do it. The problem is that on a trailer, you would move all your gear to the trailer. So all the sleeping bags, all that junk that you have, your cooler, all that stuff gets in the trailer now, which frees up weight. But a lot of the weight on the Jeep is all armor. It's like the skid plates and the steel steps and the steel bumpers and the fenders and all that stuff adds a lot of weight. So we're already struggling to go uphill now. If we were pulling that,
could pull us back.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to even go up like a steep grade. So something to think about. This is actually Kevin from Lifestyle Overland's trailer and 4Runner. His whole setup.
What's the brand?
It's called Turtleback Trailers. I'm actually I follow them on YouTube, and Jason Kirchie. Jason Kirchie also runs a Turtleback trailer, and he's actually got something called, I don't know if it's the YouTubers special or whatever they call it, where it's got more space for like charging and running your computer and video editing, and the battery setup and all that stuff is actually really cool and really advanced. So yeah, let's check it out.
What is this guy right here?
This is an awning. It's Darsh. That's remember the one that I said you could do like pull-ups off of,
Yeah.
a big wraparound one? It's the same company.
Does it go up?
I believe it comes out.
So it's,
So you'd be sitting underneath it, right?
yeah, I would want that up.
Look at their trasher room.
And you're not using any like GoPro cell phone for little stuff?
That's what happens to the black. Yeah, no, that's the black. That's what it turns to
Wow.
after it sits in the sun for a few months.
The kitchen, drawers for food, stove.
Yeah, Cook Partner stove, which are actually like really high quality stoves. Aaron was actually telling us about these guys. They're based out of Idaho. Maybe it was Ed that was telling us about these guys.
This is a sink.
Yep.
Storage. Pretty much a standard trailer that you see. These are Turtleback trailers, but pretty much every trailer that we've seen is very similar to this.
So that's that for today. It's day one. We just kind of went around and did comparisons of all different trailers. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you got more videos coming, so just keep tuned. We're going to be doing daily uploads, checking all things out. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, keep all that stuff positive coming. We'll see you next time.